Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, everyone. Welcome to today's lesson. I would like to start with the prayers at the beginning of the lesson. And I can see that some of you are raising their hands already. So I would like to continue like last week, what we did last week. So please, everybody, just put your hands down first of all. And I would like to ask those of you to raise their hands, but don't raise your hand into the camera. Raise your hand in the classroom with the option that's next to your name. Okay. So A5178, you need to turn off your video. Right. So everybody who hasn't had the chance to read last time, because you were still in my lesson last week, I think it was Wednesday, some of you were raising your hands and you didn't have the mic yet. So those of you that haven't read in the Quran bit, like I said once, those of you can raise their hands now, and inshallah I'll try to choose you today, okay? All right. Okay, so let's see who I can choose. Assalamu alaikum. A5146, Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. Can you hear me? Okay, so A5146, no reply. Okay, let's try another student. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Islam, how are you?
I'm okay. Alhamdulillah.
Okay, that's great. How was your weekend? Was it good?
Yes.
Okay. So, would you like to just read the prayers with me?
Okay.
Oh, actually, would you like to do it yourself, or you want to repeat after me?
I'll do it myself.
Okay, that's fine. So here you go. You can start with A'udhu Billahi Bismillah.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري.
Okay, Jazakumullah. And what's the translation?
Lord, expand my mind and make my task easy for me.
Okay, so have you ever done any recitation in class in the Quran part?
No.
No, you haven't? Okay, so I want you to keep raising your hand. Don't lower your hand, because then I can maybe try and choose you in a bit again after I've had some other students, okay? I will
Okay.
try. I can't promise, but I'll try, inshallah. Okay, assalamu alaikum. Right, so everyone, so those of you that haven't had the chance to read in the Quran bit ever, since these classes have started, you can raise your hands and I will try and choose you today, inshallah. But before I do that, I would like to move on to last Friday's page. And basically the teacher from Friday has asked me to just go over these 3 words. And the reason is that I think she still had to go through these words. So I'll just do that now. So this is the word, if it's written like this, it's Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, is ladayya. But if you make a pause after this, then you say laday. So you don't say ladayi, you don't say ladayya, you say laday, because this fatha will turn into a sukoon, like this one, a sukoon. So, but you still have the shadda, so you will say it with a little bit of force, kind of, laday. And the second word is this. If you don't make a pause, you would say al-ulama'u. Okay. but you are going to make a pause. If you do make a pause, I mean, then you would say al-ulama. So I don't know if you heard the slight sound of the hamza sukoon that I made, because this fatha, so you can disregard this alif in the end. It doesn't have any harkat. So basically, this is the last letter that we're going to look at. And this wow only serves as kind of like a chair, if you want to call it that. It's just a chair, and it's only giving some space to the hamza. So hamza can sit on top of the chair. So the wow in this case, we're not going to look at the wow. It's just there to give some place to sit to the hamza, so to say. Okay. So this hamza, if you just look at the hamza, it has a dhamma, so that will turn into a sukoon, and because of that, you will say al-ulama, like that. Al-ulama, a slight sound of hamza in the end with a sukoon. The last word that I think the Friday's teacher was wanted me to just quickly go through is this one. Without pausing, it's ra'awu. 1 second, 1 second, 1 second. And if you decide to make a pause, or you have to make a pause, then you just prolong it a little bit because it's a wawleen. So you have to say, because there is a fatha before the waw, and because there is this dhamma will turn into a sukoon because of making a pause, obviously. So when you make a pause, the dhamma turns into a sukoon, like we did here as well. And that means that the waw has a sukoon and the letter before has a fatha, so that turns the waw into wawleen, which means a letter of wawleen is a letter of ease, I think it's called. So we will read it in a kind of like a soft way. So we will say ra'au, like that, a little bit prolonged. Ra'au, like that. Okay. So I hope that's clear. I would like to move on to just a second. I would like to just move on to the rest of the words that we still have to do, because Friday I think you weren't able to go through them, so I will go through them now. So please pay attention, everyone. So I would like to choose I think I would like to involve you in this, not just do it all by myself. That might just be a little bit boring. So I would like you to participate in this. So I will choose some students to see if they can read it the right way with the waqf. Okay. So the first one I have here is A5146. Assalamu alaikum. A5146. Assalamu alaikum. Okay, so I chose you before, so you didn't have a reply. So I'm just going to lower your hand and mute you. I think there might be a problem with your mic. So I'm not sure. I can't lower your hand. So if you can hear me, just lower your hand, please. Okay. Right. So the next person that I would like to choose is A5127. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam. How are you?
Good.
Okay, that's great. So have you understood what I said so far?
Yes.
Okay, that's good. I would like to actually just open the slides just to have a quick look at what the last word was that I was supposed to do. Let me just have a quick look through that. So this is slide 12. So na'imatun. Let me just look for that. Where is that? Okay, let's have a look. Where is it? Okay, there it is. So I think from Friday you had stopped at this line, and today we'll carry on from this line, and
Okay.
then the next slide. Okay. Let me just quickly. Yeah, so that's fine. So I can close this. I don't want to have too many things open. Okay, so it's just a quick reminder, students. Remember to have your right ID, because otherwise you will have to be put in the waiting room. So A5127, if you just bear with me, I'm just going to speak to somebody that seems to have a problem. You just stay on the line, okay?
Okay.
Assalamu alaikum. N6135, what's your urgent problem?
It's just that your voice is glitching everyone. It's just that you unmute, and also I can't stand anything you say.
Oh, so I think what you just said, I actually can't understand what you're saying. So maybe, because you just sounded like your voice was being cut. So maybe you're having a problem with your internet connection, because I could hear the other students quite okay. So maybe you can sign out again or check your internet connection and then sign in, and hopefully it will be okay.
Okay, thank you, Jazakallah.
Jazakallah. Okay, so A5127, are you still there?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. So I would like you to please start with A'udhu Billah and Bismillah, and any other student that is going to get the mic after you today, they can just read Bismillah. But you're the first one, so you can read A'udhu Billah.
Okay. A'udzu billahi minasyaitonir rajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Naibah.
Can you try this again?
Naibah.
This is, oh, I see what you're saying. So this looks like a bar. It looks like a small bar letter, but it's actually a meme. If it was a bar, the little dot would not be close to the line. It would be underneath it with some space in between, like this one.
Okay.
So this is a meme. So I want you to read it without pausing. I mean, yes, without pausing, and then as if you were to pause, okay?
Okay. Naimah.
No, without pausing. So first of all, I want you to read it just the way it's written. Don't worry if you're making a pause or not. Just the way it's written. I want you to read each letter.
Okay. Naimat.
So the way it's written, it is na'imatun. Can you say that?
Naimatun.
Yes. And now if you make a pause, how do you read it then?
Naimat.
So remember this ta marbuta. This is a ta marbuta. This is a ta that looks like this. So let's see. So not the normal ta that we get like this one, but a ta that looks like this with a rounded shape underneath. That's called a ta marbuta. When you see that in the end of a word and you want to make a pause, then it doesn't matter what kind of sign it has on top or underneath. It doesn't matter. As long as it's a ta marbuta, those two ta dots will just vanish, and you'll just imagine it's a ha with a sukoon. So you will say, how will you say it if it's a ha with a sukoon?
Naima.
Yes, excellent. Na'ima.
Naima.
Yeah, but I need to hear that ha sound in the end. Na'ima.
Naima.
Okay, good. That was better. Now this one without pausing and then with pausing. First of all, you read it the way it's written, and then you read it as if you were to make a pause.
Ja.
So this alif is actually, so this alif doesn't have a stroke, okay? Like this jeem has a stroke of fatha, right?
Yeah.
This one. But the alif that's next to it doesn't have a stroke. It doesn't have a fatha. It doesn't have a dhamma or kasra. All it has is this sign of prolongation. It's a sign of prolongation. So it's only saying that you have to prolong the alif. It doesn't say if it's a, u, I, or e sound. So if that's the case, then you just prolong the letter before, which is jeem, okay? So you just have to prolong the jeem. The alif is just there to give space to this what is it called? Mad kabira, okay?
Okay. Ja.
Excellent. But you need to connect it to this noon, okay?
Janun.
Okay, good. That was good. Who helped you? Your sister?
No.
Your mom?
No.
I thought somebody helped you. Try and figure it out yourself though, because you're doing, mashallah, you're doing good. So this is this needs to be longer because it's a prolongation sign, okay? Mad kabira. So that needs to be quite long. And then you need to say the noon mushaddad sign. So the noon gunna nasal sound you need to make as well. Janun.
Janun.
Okay, but the noon, it has a shadda on top, this little shadda. And that one means that you make a nasal sound for 2 seconds. After you say the long ja, you say noon, like that.
Okay. Janun.
Excellent. That was really brilliant, mashallah. Now, now do it with the waqf, please. How do you say it if you make a waqf? So when there is a stroke like this one, or any other double stroke like this one this double stroke underneath the ayn, or this stroke above the hamza double stroke, or this one, any double stroke you get, like, or this one even, what happens to that when you make a waqf? What does it turn into? Do you remember?
I can't remember.
Okay. Oh, sorry, actually, I just realized that I've just said something that's not right. It's only about, it's not, so if there is a double stroke of fatha, like this one,
Yes.
so that will not turn into a sukoon. This one will turn into a sukoon, but this, if there's a fatha double stroke, then that will not turn into a sukoon. It will be prolonged. So you will prolong it. So nisa'an will turn into nisa'a. So that was just, I accidentally said that, I'm sorry. But, so this is a double stroke of dhamma, okay? And when you see that, that will turn into a sukoon if you make a pause. So can you read that with a pause? But remember, this needs to be prolonged and that needs to be prolonged with nasal sound.
Jan.
Excellent. That was really good, mashallah. Okay, and I think I'll give you one more word. How do you say this in continuation, and how do you say it in waqf?
Jui.
So first of all, in continuation, ju'in.
Okay. Jur'ain.
Okay, and now if you make a pause, how do you say it?
June.
So you need to make the ayn sound, but you don't make it sound like, you don't say ju'a, but you make a slight ayn sound because it will have a sukoon on top. So you still need to make some sound. Ju'a, like that.
Ju.
Okay, so you need to work on your ayn sound. It comes from the throat, okay? And when you hold your throat, you can actually feel it. Ayn. You can feel your kind of throat expand or something like that in between your fingers. So you can feel it. Ain. Can you try?
Ein.
Okay, good. Ju.
Juan.
Okay, that was better. Well done, Jazakumullah. And I'm going to mute you now and see who else wants to read, okay?
Okay.
Assalamu alaikum. Okay.
Walaikum assalam.
Let's see who else is there. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamualaikum.
Walaikum salam and 6160, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So you can start with Bismillah and you can read this word in continuation first and then with pausing.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Shay'in.
Yeah.
Shay.
Sorry, how was it in pausing? I didn't hear that.
Shay.
Yes. So you did you make a slight Hamza sound because your sound kind of faded in the end?
No.
You didn't. Okay. So there, the double kasra, that will turn into a sukoon. So basically the same as with this double stroke, the same will happen with kasra as well. The only one that doesn't happen with is this fatha stroke, double stroke. That will be prolonged. But the other double strokes, the kasra double stroke and the dhamma double stroke, they will turn into sukoons. So can you say this again with a slight hamza sound in the end?
Shay.
So hamza is a different sound to ayn. Hamza sounds like alif. Shay, like that.
Shay.
Okay, good. And can you read this word?
Nisa.
I don't know why your voice always fades just at the end of the word. Are you maybe signed in on 2 devices?
No.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I think it's my brother because he's right next to me and he's on a different thing.
Oh, I see. Do you think that maybe you can just both stay on one device because your voice kind of just doesn't
Should I
sound.
go upstairs so then you can't hear him?
I'm sorry?
Should I go upstairs so then you can't hear him?
Maybe that might work, but then it will take time.
Is it better now?
I think it's a bit better. Maybe say this word again in pausing.
Nisa.
So this is a fatha double stroke. So that will actually not turn into sukoon like these 2 strokes will. This will turn into a vertical fatha. So that would mean that you prolong it for 2 seconds. Can you say that again?
Nisa.
I can't hear you properly.
Nisa.
So this is a hamza with double stroke of fatha. So you will turn that into a vertical fatha, like this one on top of the da. So if that happens, then you prolong it for 2 seconds.
Oh. Nisa.
I can't hear you. Your voice has actually gone worse from before.
Shut up. I don't know. I'll stay in a different room then.
Okay. So can you say this again, please?
Nisa.
So like I just said, a double stroke of fatha, it will not turn into a sukoon like the other double strokes will, but that will turn into a vertical fatha like this one on top of the da. So if there's a vertical fatha on top of the hamza, that means that you prolong it for 2 seconds. Can you try that?
Nisa.
Yeah, that was better, but I need that didn't sound like 2 seconds prolongation in the end.
Oh, Nisa.
So I'll just tell you how to say it. So first of all, this needs to be prolonged quite a bit because it's a letter, it's a sign of extra elongation. So Nisa.
Nisa.
Yeah. So did you understand why I said and not Nisa?
Yeah, because you had to prolong the one before for quite a long time.
Yeah, I mean, we did have to prolong this, but it didn't have anything to do with why we prolonged this Hamza. So I'll explain it one more time. Pay attention. So this Hamza, we're making a waqf after this. We're making a pause, and it has a double stroke on top of it. Wherever there's a double stroke on top of a letter where you want to pause, that will turn into this sign. Can you see this da with this long, with this kind of like a alif sign on top?
Yeah.
So that sign is actually not an alif, but I mean, that's a vertical fatha. So it's actually a fatha like this one, but it's just vertical. And so when that happens, then the letter will be prolonged for 2 seconds. So as you were making a pause here, you turn these two fatha strokes into one of this, what is it called? Vertical fatha. So that's why we have prolonged this Hamza. Is that a bit clearer, or did I confuse you?
It's clearer.
Okay, that's good. So can you read this in continuation and then in pausing?
Shaku.
Okay, good. And now in pausing, but you need to. That was good. You prolonged this. That was good. But that needs to be extra prolonged. And then also you need to make a connection to this qaf. So try and say it like in the same kind of elongation process or something, like shaqu. So just like stick it together because there's a shadda on top of the qaf.
Hey. Should I do the first one?
Yeah, this word, yeah.
Shaqu.
Excellent. That was really good, mashallah. I would have liked this to be a little bit more prolonged because the qaf has a dhamma and it also has a waw with a sukoon. So that means that this needs to be prolonged for 2 seconds. This is a waw of prolongation. So so try that again, but prolong this as well for 2 seconds.
Shaqu.
Excellent. So just remember that letters of prolongation only 2 seconds, and this sign, this I just can't remember any words today. This mad kabira, this wave on top, that's an extra elongation. So that was right. How long you prolonged that for? But this is only 2 seconds. Okay.
Okay.
Do you want to do one more? How about you try this next word? So in continuation and then in pausing.
Al-hudhudu. Al-hudhuda.
Okay. Don't prolong this. It's only 1 second. Huda. Al-huda.
Al-hudhuda.
Okay. And now in pausing.
Al-hudhud.
Excellent. Al-hud. Like that. Excellent.
Al-hudhud.
Excellent. Jazakallah, that was really good, mashallah. And I'm going to mute you now and see who else wants to read, okay?
Okay.
Assalamu alaikum. Okay. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. Are you there?
Yeah.
Just before I start, Samsung Galaxy S7, I have to put you in the waiting room because you still haven't changed your name. And let me just go through. And N6135, please don't write, can I read? If you get the chance, you get the chance. Otherwise, you'll just have to wait a little bit. And my mute doesn't work. Please remove that because it's fine. I can mute you, so you don't need to worry. A5146, please change your name. Otherwise, you will be put in the waiting room. And who else is there? I think everybody else is using the correct IDs, which is good. And okay, so you're putting in the waiting room. Okay, so so who do we have here? Is it N6140?
Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum. What's your ID?
N6140.
Okay, N6140. Start with Bismillah and then read this word in continuation and then in pausing.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Wa astaghfiruhu.
So this is not wa'as, this is was. This is a blank alif. It doesn't have any strokes on top, so you just ignore it.
Wastaghfiruhu.
And this little letter, that's not a jim, it's actually a ghain. Wastagh.
Wastaghfiru.
Wastagh. Ghain. It's a ghain letter. Yes.
Wastaghfiruhu.
Okay, and now when pausing?
Wastaghfiruhu.
So you still prolong this one because that's 2-second prolongation, but this ha that turns into a sukoon, okay? Wastaghfiru.
Wastaghfiruhu.
Okay, excellent. And what about this word? Can you read that with and then without? I mean, without pausing and then with pausing.
Juz'an
No, so this is a blank alif. It doesn't have any strokes on top or underneath. So we just ignore this one. So how do you say it in continuation?
Juz'an.
Okay, excellent. And in pausing?
Juz'a.
So we prolong it because this will be prolonged in if we make the word here because of the double strokes, it will turn into a prolongation. Juz'a.
Juz'a.
Okay, good. And what about this one?
Ma'lan.
Maulan.
Maulan.
Okay, and in waqf, in pausing?
Maula.
Excellent, brilliant. That was really good. So you have turned the 2 fatha strokes, and you have turned them around, and you've read them in elongation because of the pausing. That's completely right. One more word for you. What about this one?
Bayza'u.
So just like I explained to the other student at the beginning of the class, this alif, it does have the mad kabira, the wave on top of elongation, but it doesn't have a stroke. So all it shows us is that something needs to be, prolonged. So it's not the alif because it doesn't have a fatha, dhamma or kasra. Okay, so basically we need to prolong this dod. So try this again, please.
Bayza'u.
Yeah, and even more prolonged because it's extra thick, this one. And then,
Bayza'u.
okay, good. And in pausing?
Bayza.
Baida. Like that. A slight hamza sound. It will turn into a sukoon.
Bayza.
Yeah, so you need to make a small hamza sound because that will turn into a sukoon on top.
Okay. Bayza.
I don't hear the hamza sound. Baida. Like that.
Bayza.
Okay, yeah, good. Well done, Jazakumullah. And is your sister there as well?
Yes.
Okay, N6144.
Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum. So can you continue with this word and with Bismillah, start with Bismillah and then read it without pausing and then with pausing.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Al-Khab'a.
So first without pausing and then with pausing. And this will not be prolonged because it's just 1 second fatha.
Okay. Al-Khab'a.
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 Okay, and remember this is Hamza, not Ain, okay? Al-Khab'a, like alif sound.
Al-Khab'a.
Alif sound, not Ain sound. Alif sound. Al-Khab'a.
Al-Khab'a.
Okay, excellent. And how do you say it in pausing?
Al-Khab'a.
So this is a little bit tricky, but it's actually, if you think about it, it's not that difficult. So fatha turns into what?
It turns into a sukoon.
Excellent. So what happens when we have two sukoons in a row? I mean, in one after the other. We just say it that way. Al-khab, like that. So one sukoon is here, and then we say the sukoon for the hamza.
Al-khab.
Okay, yeah. So it might be difficult to hear the hamza, but I think you did it right. What about this word?
Manatan.
Excellent. And in pausing?
Mana.
So this will still be prolonged, but this was right. Da marbuta will turn into a ha in the end.
Manaha.
I mean, ha with a sukoon, obviously, because it's pausing.
Mana. Mana.
Excellent. Jazakumullah, you guys. Okay, Assalamualaikum. Okay, and let's see. So there's quite a few girls that I think haven't had the chance to read, but I do want to kind of make it fair. So I will choose a Tifl again. Assalamualaikum. A5130. Assalamualaikum.
Assalamualaikum.
Assalamualaikum. Can you hear me?
Yeah, Auntie, I just wanted to ask about the lesson.
Yes.
I don't understand what the letters in the red are indicating.
So they're basically indicating what change will happen because they're the last letter of the word. These are the ones that we need to look out for. Something might change or they might stay the same, but usually something changes.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So can you start with Bismillah and read this one in continuation, and then you read it with pausing.
But I've read before, so I just wanted to ask about the lesson, that's it.
Oh, that's okay. That's fine. So I'll lower your hand, okay?
Thank you. Jazakallah.
Okay. So before we continue, actually, I'm going to just admit Samsung Galaxy again and speak to Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum, Samsung Galaxy S7. That's what I have to call you because your ID is not right. Assalamu alaikum, anyone there? Okay, no reply, so I'll just write down your I'll just write down that there was no reply from you and mute you. If you can hear me, you need to change your ID, please. Okay, right, so we will continue with another different, let's see. A5143. Assalamu alaikum. A5143. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. Can you hear me? A5143. You have the mic. Assalamu alaikum. Are you listening? Assalamu alaikum. A5143. You have the mic. Assalamu alaikum. I don't think you know you have the mic. Assalamu alaikum. Okay. Assalamu alaikum. A5143. Last call for you.
Not sure.
A5143. Okay, so I have made a note that you're not paying attention and I'll mute you now. It's quite disappointing actually. Okay. So Zain Azim, I want you to please change your ID. You have just entered the classroom. Please change your ID, okay? Okay, so we will continue with the class and we will choose A5170. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum Assalam.
Okay, so finally somebody that can hear me and is paying attention. So can you start with Bismillah, and I want you to read this word in pausing and then in continuation and then in pausing.
Okay. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Yunabbi. Yunabba. Yunabba.
Yunabba.
Yunabba.
Yunabba.
Yunabba.
These two, they need to be said with the force, the noon and ba. Nabba. Yunabba.
Nabba.
Okay, and how do you say it in pausing? Any change or does it stay the same?
I think it stays the same.
Yes, it does. So one more time.
Yunabba.
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 Okay, good. What about this one? How do you read this?
Anashlata.
This is a alif actually.
Anashata.
Yes, and in pausing?
Ansha'at.
So remember this ta marbuta, when you make a pause there after that, it turns into a ha with a sukoon. So what do you say?
Ansha.
Annash.
Anash'ah.
Excellent. That was really good, mashallah. Annash'ah.
Anash'ah.
Annash'ah.
Anash'ah.
Okay, good. And can you say this word in continuation?
Mustamirun.
Okay, mustamirun.
Yustamirun.
This one, mustamirun.
Mustamirun.
Okay, good. And how do you say it in pausing?
Yus.
Mus,
Yus. Wait.
mus.
Mustamir.
Yes, good. So this double stroke of dhamma, you have done that right, will turn into a sukoon, and but the shadda obviously will stay there. So you will just say it with a little bit of force. Mustamir.
Mustamir.
Okay, good. And this next one, continuation.
Al-Mafaru.
Al-mafarru.
Al-Mafaru.
And in pausing.
Al-Mafar.
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 Okay, good, excellent. So this dhamma will turn into a sukoon. That was really good. Mashallah, well done. I'm going to mute you now, okay?
Okay, Jazakillah.
Okay, let's have a look. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. Alaikum salam. What's your ID?
A5154.
A5154. Okay. So I want you to read this one. Start with Bismillah. And actually, I want what I'm going to do now, because we don't have that long left, and I want to go through as much as possible if we can. Everybody now, including you, just read the pausing, just the word in pausing. Don't read the word in continuation. That way we can save some time. Just read it as if you were to pause every time, okay?
Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قرآن.
Okay, excellent. Next one.
التراكي.
MashaAllah, well done. And this one?
يا بمسو. يا تمسو.
This is actually a ta, and this is a ya.
يا طمط.
Yes, do it again, please.
يا طمط.
Ya tamato. Can you-
Ya tomato.
Excellent. What about this word?
Mansura.
This is a fatha. Say it with
Mansura.
excellent. And next one?
Istabrak.
Istabrak. Istabrak.
Istabrak.
Excellent. Well done, mashallah. I'm really happy. Is your brother there as well?
Yes.
A5, what's your ID?
A5151.
A5151. That's a nice ID. Okay, so start with Bismillah and then read this word in pausing.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Lawaqi.
Yeah, so you need to make a ayn sound in the end. Lawaqi'.
Lawaqi.
Okay. And what about this next word in pausing?
Yazakka. Yazakka.
Excellent, mashallah. Well done. And what about this one?
Wal Fajr.
Excellent. So you have turned the kasra into a sukoon. That's really good. And one more?
Al Ashqa.
Mashallah, well done. That was really good. Excellent. I'm really happy with both of you. So I'll mute you guys now, okay?
Jazakallah.
Assalamu alaikum. Okay, and a girl again. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam. What's your ID?
N6159.
Okay. So read this in pausing, please, this word.
Na'ama.
Excellent. And this one?
With pausing.
Yes, please.
Aklalama.
So that was good, but you need to make the meme a nasal sound as well because it has a shadda.
Aklalama.
Yeah, a little bit longer. Aklalama.
Aklalama.
Excellent, brilliant. This one?
Lam yanta.
Excellent. And this one?
Khati'at.
Mashallah, well done. Khati'ah.
Khati'ah.
Excellent. So you've turned the ta marbuta into a ha sound with the sukoons, and that's exactly what you're supposed to do. Well done. So Jazakumullah, that's fine. I'll mute you now.
Jazakallah.
Assalamualaikum. Okay, and let's have a look who else we got. A514. Assalamualaikum. No, so you not. I will lower your hand because I can't hear you. A5146. Unfortunately, A5130. I think I've had you today. We've already read A5143. I'll choose you again. Assalamu alaikum. A5143. Okay, so the mute, but Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam.
Okay, so you were not paying attention before. It was quite loud, and I was calling you so many times, and you weren't listening, unfortunately.
Auntie, someone was calling my dad's phone, and I'm on my dad's phone.
Oh, I see. Okay. All right. So I'll give you another chance. Start with Bismillah and read this word, please, with pausing.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Zikkumhum.
Wait, which word are you reading? Sorry, I'll just enlarge it just a second. Are you not home right now? It sounds like you're in a hall or something.
I'm in a hole, yeah.
Okay. So this word, please.
Okay. Kuhum.
So this is dal, this is fa, and this is hamza.
Difuhum.
Dif. So in pause, without pausing, we would say dif un,
Difhum.
dif un.
Difun.
Yes. And if we make a pause, then we turn this double stroke into a sukoon, and we say dif with a slight sound on the hamza.
Difhun.
So with pausing, we say dif with a slight sound on the hamza.
Dif.
Okay. Can you try this in pausing?
Can you please say the words because I get muddled up?
What is it?
Can you please say the words that I'm going to say because I don't really read them?
Okay, yeah. So that's a wow with a fatha, a ta with a sukoon, and alif with 2 double strokes of fatha.
Okay. Wazallan.
I'm quite confused. Which word are you reading? This is the word you're supposed to read, this one.
Wazallan.
Okay, so I'm just going to mute you because I really can't understand which word you're reading. I think you're not able to pay attention because there's quite a lot of noise in the background and something's going on. I don't know what it is. But I'll just mute you and you can try tomorrow, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so I will try somebody else. So guys, remember that this class is really not useful to you or anyone else if if you are in an environment where there's so much noise, it's not going to benefit you at all, to be honest. So let's see who else we can choose. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam. N6135, correct?
Yes.
So this is your word, please, in pausing.
Okay. What
Excellent, mashallah, well done. And it's so nice to have such a nice, quiet background. So can you read this in pausing, please?
Okay. Should I
Sorry, is somebody helping you?
No, it's just my sister, she's annoying me.
Okay. So sister, please don't annoy your little... Oh, are you younger?
Yeah, she's only 6.
Okay, so anyway, please pay attention, both of you. So this one, without pausing, we would say Sudan, but with pausing, we would prolong this. So we would prolong it for 2 seconds. Can you read it that way?
Suda.
Yes, Suda.
Suda.
Yeah. And this one in pausing?
Sana should.
Yes, Sana should.
Sana should.
And this one, excellent.
Read.
Mashallah, I'm really happy. So you really know your stuff, which is really good, mashallah. And I'm going to choose somebody else just really quickly, okay?
Okay, Jazakallah.
Assalamualaikum. Okay, so we've gone through the words, alhamdulillah, and I was actually hoping we could go through some of these words too. What I've done is I've just let me show you. I've chosen words as examples from all of the from most of the from the 10 cases I've found 7 or 8 examples. And I was hoping that we could go through them and just, where is it? Summary here. So here's summary. So for all of these, apart from case 2 and case 7, I found examples in the text. So what I would like to do is I would go through them just really quickly with one more student. And I'm just going to choose the first one in the list.
Might just put the words down the...
Assalamu alaikum, N6153.
Wa alaikum assalam.
N6153. So start with Bismillah and then you read the word that I tell you, okay? Start with Bismillah, please.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
Okay, so can you read this word in pausing?
Al-Quddus.
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 Excellent. And this one?
Ba'as.
Ba'ath. Excellent. And this one? Wa?
Wa yu'allimuhum.
Excellent, mashallah, well done. So those were examples for case 1, where it ends on fatha, dhamma or kasra. I couldn't find an example for case 2, so we'll go to case 3, which is if the word ends on vertical kasra, or on, sorry, what was it? Let's have a look. Vertical kasra or inverse dhamma. Then what happens? Can you read this word?
Ayati.
Excellent, mashallah. You're really good, mashallah. And this last word?
Mubin.
Excellent. So that was for case 4, mashallah. And I'm going to mute you and just quickly choose someone else, okay? Assalamu alaikum. Okay, A5130. So, oh, sorry, I've already given the mic to you today, so I'll choose someone else. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Is it A5144?
Yeah.
Okay, A5144. Just really quickly, start with Bismillah and then read this word for case 5.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Asfara.
So this needs to be prolonged for 2 seconds.
Asfara.
And this needs to be prolonged as well, because a double stroke in the end double stroke of fatha turns into a vertical fatha for 2 seconds.
Yep. Asfara.
Okay, that was much better, but just for 2 seconds, not longer than that. So that was good, mashallah. Let's have a look if I have any more. For case 6, let's see if there's case 6 somewhere. Okay, yeah, so can you read this word? Al?
Okay.
Can you read this?
Oh yeah.
Jew. This is Jew. Al-Jew.
Sorry. Al-Jumu'at.
So when we make a pause on ta marbuta, it turns into a ha with a sukoon.
Okay. Al-Humu. Hujumu'ah.
So try this again. Al-Jumu'ah.
Al-Jumu'ah.
Okay, good. Al-Jumu'ah. And case 7, I didn't find one, so we'll do case 8. Can you read this, please?
Ila.
Yeah, so that stays the same. Can I speak to one of your sisters, please?
Yep.
Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum. What's your ID?
A516. No,
A5148. No, wait.
N6151.
N6151. Okay. So start with Bismillah and do this word, please.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
Actually, sorry. So there's another one up here for case 9. Can you read this?
Okay. Ya tamanna.
So that stays the same. Yatamannau.
Yatamannau.
Excellent. And this one?
Kuntum.
Yeah. So with case 9, there's 3 different things. This is ending on waw leen, so that stays the same. a letter, a word ending on sukoon, that also stays the same. And I think I had one more. This is a letter of elongation. This is a waw mother. That also stays the same in ending. Can you read this word?
Yeah. Fantasiru.
Fantashiru.
Fantashiru.
Okay, good. And lastly, the two examples for case 10. Can you read this in ending? Fil.
Firun.
Fil ard.
Fil ard.
Yeah, so that turns into a sukoon. And lastly, this one?
Fad.
Fad. Excellent, excellent. So there's two sukoons. One will be here and one will be here. And like this one, there's a sukoon and there's a sukoon. And you can still read it. It's just like sometimes a bit tricky. Al fil ard min fad, like that. Okay, Jazakumullah everyone. Sorry we have just gone a little bit over time, but we're going to finish the lesson. Jazakumullah, and I'll mute you now. Apologies to the rest of the students that are still raising their hands and probably are tired. A5146, I can choose you, but you need to not write, can I read the end prayer? So if you change your name, then I can choose you. But I think you were the one that had the problem with your mic, so you're not changing your name. So I'll just do it myself, just to finish the lesson off. And I will just don't leave until I have officially. Assalamu alaikum, A5146.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam. Okay, I'm glad that I could hear you because there was no reply before. So just really quickly go through the prayers. We have gone over time, guys. Sorry. I just wanted you guys to understand exactly what we were doing properly. So that's why I spent a little bit more time on everything. So read the short prayer after tilawat. And here it is, please. Sorry.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اللهم ارحمني بالقرآن العظيم واجعله لي إماما ونورا وهدى ورحمة.
Okay, and translation?
O Allah, have mercy on me through the great Quran, and make it for me the leader, the light, the guidance, and the mercy.
Okay, mashallah, well done. Jazakumullah everyone, the session has finished. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.